Hi folks, I've still got the ST220 up in the air. I'm waiting for the discs and pads and everything to arrive for that one. But I've got Sharon's car to sort out now. The Astra convertible. I've got the back end which is going like that over bumps, so obviously the dampers are knackered on it. So I've got some new dampers. I've also got to do an oil change as well. So let's get started on that, and it's absolutely freezing out here. Yeah, so I changed the actual springs on this a couple of weeks back, about a month ago actually. And I just need to get this jacked up now. And it's brought on an issue with the dampers, as I say, so let's get this jacked up. Just take the strain. I think it's a 17mm nuts on here, if I remember rightly. Yep. So let's just crack these off. They shouldn't be too tight, as I say, because I've had them off recently. Right, that's all 5 of them cracked off now, so I'll just jack it up in here. Let's get these wheels undone. Got a belting headache, folks. I think I did grease these hubs the last time I took them off, so it'll be interesting to see if the wheels come off pretty easy. Oh yeah, look at that, look. They was really hard to get off last time, folks, so it does help to grease them up. I always slide the wheel under whenever I can, folks, just as an extra safety precaution. Right, okay. Right, that's there as well. So as you can see, we've done quite a bit of work in here before. We've put new brake lines on here. And there's the new springs there, as you can see, which are still sitting in the correct position, but these dampers aren't doing anything. So there's a bolt top and bottom there. We had the bottom ones undone before, so I'm going to undo that. I will have to support the underside with that with a jack, so I've got a little bottle jack to do that. So I'll come back to you in a second when we get all the tools out. Right, okay, they've got these E20s on here, folks. Just undo these. So I've had these out already, folks, so it shouldn't be too bad. Right, so let's just get that bottle jack under there, just under the disc, and just take it up a little bit. There we go, that's better. It's only should be only a 2-bolt job, this, folks, so it shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. I haven't had the top one undone, you see, so that's the unknown one. This one I've had undone a little while back. There we go. There we go, that's that one out. Let's try this. Oh, that's coming. Yep, that's undone. Once you get it started, it should be okay. So it's not too bad a job. There we go, that's the top one out. It should just wiggle out now. There we go. Right, so this is it. This is the old one. Let's see if it's got any damping left in it. Look at that, look. That's why it's bouncing about, folks, look. Absolutely nothing left in that whatsoever, look. Right, so the bigger eyelet went to the top. Let's have a look at the new ones. Where are they? Right, these are Monroe shocks. Let's have a little look. There we go. Always check them for likeness. They look the same diameter at the bottom. Let's push that down. Just get that clip off. There we go. And can you see, look at that, folks. Look at the damping in that, look. Wow, that's brilliant, isn't it? So let's get that top one in first. Hopefully wiggling that up into place. Let's push it down first, hold on. Compress it. Shoot it up. There we go. Oh, lovely. Right, let's get that top bolt in. Like that. Get the ratchet on, doing it up. Right, I'm not going to nip that right up yet, folks. So this bottom one has to line up with that bottom. I want the label on show, obviously, so that's why I'm keeping that there. So let's push that in there. Just lift it up. Get it started like that. Let's just get that ratchet started now. Get it going in. Right folks, so I'm just going to do this up, do them both up, and that's that, this one done. Right, that's it folks, that's in, nice and solid. That's the new springs now we've got in there, we've got the new damper there, the new brake lines in which we put in there as well the other week, and yeah, it's all looking good. I'll get the wheel put on, I'm going to have to do the other side, you probably won't see that, and then I can get on and do the oil change, so I'll see you in a minute. Right folks, both the shocks are done now, so I've got to quickly do this oil because we're losing light. It's 20 to 4 now, so I'm going to get on with it. I just want to put the jack under this side just to get it up in the air a little bit. Under the jacking point, wherever that is. Right, it just tips the engine back a little bit folks. Put the axle stand under there and all. Just get that under that. There we go. Right, okay, right, that's up in the air. I've got me T45 here, get that under there. Just crack that off folks, put my container under there. Lucky enough there's no wind folks, and that's it, this is draining out now, that's it. Right, get that out, that's the oil nearly drained out folks. I'm just going to undo this oil filter now. Very awkward to get to under here. Bear with me. Where is it? Oh, there it is up there. It's undoing. That's not too tight that at all. So let's get that tool off of there. I'm sure I can't show you this folks, but I've already done a video on this anyway. So if you want to see it, check out the video where I've actually done it. But I'm going to unspin it from the top. I've just moved the container to underneath so I can spin it off from up here. And I've got to pull it out from up here as well and tip it up, so bear with me. It'll all be running out now. I've put a cloth down there as well. Right, and I'm going to draw it out this way, folks. Bear with me. There we go. That's it out. Just put it over there for now. I've got the new one here. Right, okay, so I've got the new one. I'm now going to just wipe my hands and put that sump nut back in because that's all drained out now. Yeah, I'm having to do this folks, as I say, we've got to go to Scotland you see, and it's done over 8,000 or 9,000 miles since the last oil change. There was a little rubber ring on there which is okay. If it was leaking I would have changed it, but this is a little bit last minute. I just screw that back in. Little nip up, you ain't got to go too mad with these. That's done up. Wipe the plug where it comes in. Right, okay, that's that. There's my old oil. Just there, folks. So, let's dry my hands off. I just want to make sure I've got the right one. There is two types for this. You've got the cartridge one like this, and there's also a paper element one, but I know I've got the right one here. There we go, as you can see, exactly the same look. And I will just use a bit of that dirty oil just to put on that rubber gasket. It just stops it pinching up and allows you to give it a good hand tight. So that's that. Right, so now I should be able to spin this back on by hand. There we go. And good hand tight here, folks. You might have to get that from underneath to give it a good tweak up and use a bit of rag as well, so I'm probably going to go underneath and do that. Yeah, let's get underneath and do that. Nicely tightened up by hand. I'm happy with that. You're not seeing much in this video, folks, are you? So, there you go. That's the only two tools you need. A Torx 45, T45, and I use a little wrench like that to get the air oil filter out. So let's put them away. Right folks, so this takes 4.25 litres and I've got 5W40 which I'm putting in this time. So let me just take that car down on the floor, get that axle stand out of there. So we've got it on level ground. There we go. Right, so that's that. So this is 5 litres. So 4.25 needs to go in here. So I've got me cloth that can go in there like that. Right, let's start pouring this in. Let's have a little look at that. 4.25. So I'm going to take it down to a litre to go. Right, that'll do for the moment. And one thing to always check as well is obviously look underneath for any oil leaking out as well. It's going to be a bit tricky in the dark, but I will come back and check it tomorrow as well. So let's just put that on there. Right, let's get inside. Right, we're in the car, folks. As you can see how dark it is in here. Now I'm looking for my oil light, which is there. So when I crank it, I want that to go out pretty quick. There we go, straight away. Happy days, so we know we've got oil pressure now. I'll just let that circulate around the engine. Sounds nice and quiet. You can't see, folks, nothing leaking out underneath. Right, okay. Let's just turn that off. We're really losing light bad here, folks. We'll have a little dip of that old dipstick. Get it all cleaned off. It probably won't even be on the dipstick yet, I'm not sure. Yep, it needs more. It's not even on the dipstick yet, so we know we can safely put a good drop in there now. I'll say between the low mark on the dipstick and the high mark is normally about a litre. And we know we've already filled up the oil filter. So we're on level ground. Yeah, we're about halfway up the dipstick now, so I can afford to go a bit more. Probably half a litre. That's probably about half a litre there. Yeah, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect, folks. That's all we need in there. So I can take that out. Put that on. Check my levels, my water levels, my brake fluid levels, yep. Everything else seems to be a-okay. There's no other sort of leaks I can see under here. So I'm going to call that a job done. So I've only got one more job to do on this. I ain't going to do it today, I'll do it tomorrow. That's change one of the rear brake lights which isn't working. And then I'll do my normal checks, go around all the tyres and stuff, check me other fluids like the washer bottle fluids and all that, make sure they're all correct. I'll put a pump in the back, a foot pump, and also a battery jump pack as well, which is always handy to have. And yeah, we should be good to go, hopefully. Anyway, just a quick one, this one, tinkering one. It's not an instructional video, it's just me quickly doing an oil change and also changing them rear shocks. That was terrible bouncing up and down the road. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Do check out some of my other videos. Have a little binge watch of them. That's quite nice. There's quite a few playlists there. And we'll see you in the next video. And until then, bye for now.